What's up, guys? It's Aaron the Trucking Guy. This is a follow-up video to one of my last videos that I did. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Or thumbs down if you don't like the video. Do that too. Send it. But basically, it's going to be about is trucking easy in general. Is trucking easy? I would say no, absolutely not, because trucking has so many moving pieces. You're getting attacked by FMCSA, DOT, brokers, shippers, other truckers. You know, there's a brotherlyhood in some of it, and then there's a lot of truckers that are disrespectful. You know, they leave bags of crap all over the truck stops, piss jugs everywhere. You know, they'll stab your tire in a heartbeat and cut your straps while you're sleeping in truck stops if you aggravate them or have a cussing match or something. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's a dangerous job. It's one of the most dangerous classifications. In fact, I think it's number one. Transportation industry is the most dangerous classification when it comes to insurance. So you've got like loggers, roofers, commercial contractors, so many other things, right? You know, and transportation is number one because of the amount of accidents. You have so many, you know, your MVR is at risk, your life is at risk, your CDL is at risk, your driver's license is at risk, your finances are at risk, your credit is at risk. You have all these risks that you've taken to get into the industry. So if you don't step out on the right foot, it is definitely not easy, guys. There's so many ways to, you know, have insurance claims on the commodity that you're carrying, especially if it's cars or something that's very expensive and fancy and specialized merchandise. But if it's you know, generalized freight, it's that portion of it is fairly okay. It just depends on what you're going to do. Again, they're not going to pay you a premium when there's 10 trucks in the parking lot that can do the exact same thing that you can do. So you're gonna have to figure out where you fit, what your capabilities are, and what you want to do. I always tell people, don't niche it down. You know, if you're going to step into non-CDL, use it as a stepping stone to get a CDL. Use that as a stepping stone to get to a bigger truck or a 45, 55, you know, into a Freightliner M2 or whatever, into a semi, whatever. Or if you're smart, go to school, get the CDL, get the training, and then step right off into CDL semis and, you know, build a business that way is the most beneficial and cost-effective way. Getting a hot shot, the trucks don't last as long as you would think they would. They're just not made to do it. I mean, that's why when you go buy a pickup truck, whether it be a Ram or a Ford or whatever, you can get a 100,000 mile warranty. When you buy a semi, you can get a, you know, 400,000 mile warranty, or buy extended warranties to 675,000 or whatever. So the equipment is meant to do the job. If you buy a semi, the smaller equipment is just not. It's not. We adapt it to that, but it's not. So in general, is trucking easy? Like I said, you have so many ways. If you don't set it up right and you over leverage yourself, and you end up with negative equity in the truck, you're going to have a bankruptcy or a repossession on your credit. If you set things up and you don't have the right insurance, or you end up with a claim and the insurance drops you, you can end up with a problem where you can't get insurance because you're too new, or you can't get to a different carrier and things like that. So you end up going, you know, closing your MC. Now you have a bill at the insurance company due, you have truck payments due, you have all these things that are due. You could not credit check somebody or make a mistake, or work for somebody and they go bankrupt and they don't pay you for the load. Now you're left hanging for that. You have a fuel bill, maybe a payroll bill for the driver, many different things. So it's definitely not easy. I would say it's probably one of the tougher industries. There's a lot of moving pieces. You have DOT coming at you with audits, IFTA coming at you with audits. There's so many government entities that regulate and oversee things in trucking. You've got the police, you've got, you know, other truckers, you have truck stops that, you know, are tough to deal with. Some charge for parking, you know, you've got fuel prices, freight being regulated, you've got brokers, shippers, load boards, and customers. Some customers are very unscrupulous people. They're trying to, you know, in an essence, screw you over or, you know, negatively do something to you that would affect your day, affect your company. You might get over there, they'll cancel the load last minute. They don't like you, they won't load you, or they don't care about your personal time, whether you're in a hurry or you're rushing or you have an appointment for something else. It may not fit into their timeline. So scheduling, you know, things that go into it, you're just getting it from all angles, guys. But it's like any business. You know, if you go start a construction company, you need lines of credit. You need relationships. It's the same thing with trucking. You need so many different things, and you can step up on the right path, or you can step up on the wrong path. And if you step up on the wrong path, it can be hard. Is not even the word for it. It can be bankrupting. You know, it can be, you can flip it in 2 seconds, kill somebody and have an accident. I mean, I was looking the other day, some of these companies, these conglomerates, you know, the JB Hunts of the world, the Schneiders, the Swifts, the big dogs that have 10,000, 12,000 trucks, 8,000 trucks. Some of those companies, it's public record on FMCSA. You can go to Company Snapshot and pick any company you want, including mine, and see if they've had accidents and fatalities, okay? And how many crashes they've had, how many have been reportable with insurance, how many have been at fault, and if there's fatalities involved. So some of these companies, guys, have fatalities in the 40s and 50s. So that means they've had 40 people die, whether it be somebody that was driving the truck, somebody that they hit with the truck, somebody that they hit the car and somebody else died or because of that action. So how would you work through that? So how many industries can you go into where you have fatalities at risk? How many industries can you go into that you have bankruptcy at risk, your credit at risk, your livelihood at risk if you wreck or if you're driving and something happens to you and you die? So it's definitely not easy, guys. You guys look at it with all the money that we make, and yes, there is a good benefit to it. I love people getting in the transportation industry. I think it's one of the best industries to really do well and build a business if you're business savvy and capable of doing it. But it's not easy. Every day there's a different fight, a different struggle. You know, right now we're going through it. It's May in 2021. I think we're going through a DOT blitz over the next 2 weeks. I expect that 50% of the hot shot fleet is what we have, and hot shots is going to be getting every single truck will probably get violation DOT inspections, and several of them will probably get violations for something stupid. We've luckily had a few that passed their violations already this week. They've already submitted their paperwork. They got inspected this week already and have all passed. But some are not going to get so lucky. They're going to catch somebody that gets them for a low tire, or you know, a light's going to go out on a side marker light or something simple. So that fighting that type of stuff can make it very difficult. But you know, if you're getting into the industry, you're new to it, you've never been in it, it's a great way to make money, to really build a business, build a brand. It's something that is 365 days a year, even on Christmas. There's somebody needing freight. There's somebody needing toilet paper, toothbrushes, tractors, wheels, tires, lumber, steel. These commodities need moved every single day, and it's never going to change, guys. There's going to be some changes to it, you know, with the automation of trucks and the technology that's coming out over the next 10 years. Yeah, and we'll have to adapt. But it's a great way to build a business and get into it and build a fleet and build something of your own. But just have to realize that there is a lot of risk, and it's not hard. Every day, you know, I wake up, we might have a problem with a broker, a problem with DOT, a problem with, and it might not even be when I wake up. It could be at 2 o'clock in the morning, because some of these guys run all day long, every day, in different days, different schedules, different, you know, things. So you got to be prepared for that. You know, you have a lot of times we'll work for companies they don't want to pay for 90 days. I don't know why they don't pay their bills. They drag it out and drag it out. And, you know, some of the bigger ones, they pay pretty good, 45-day average. Some don't. Some pay 90 days and 120 days. Some say they never got the bill until a couple days before it's due to be paid. And it's 90 days, 120 days, you haven't gotten paid for this invoice. So you have to carry money for a long time, you know, those type of things. If you don't have a factoring company or credit at a bank or a line of credit or something going on, you know, you got, you know, tons of ways of holes that you need to plug that can cause you issues. So getting with a good consultant like me, you can go to consultthetruckingguy.com. We'll help you step off on the right foot. It doesn't have to be me, though. There's plenty of guys out there. There's plenty of programs out there to get the education that you need, to get the information that you need at your fingertips to start a great trucking business. But the answer to this video is trucking easy? No. Is trucking hard? Yes. So if you do want to do a trucking business, I'm not deterring you from it, because, hey, man, they built the, you know, Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, you know, the Wall of China. So it can be done. Anything can be done, in my opinion. It just does the benefits outweigh the cost? You know, is the reward worth it? You know, basically, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? So, you know, learn those things, figure out what you need to know, make your own assessment, and dive into it, guys. I really hope that you do well. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. If it's your first time to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button if you like this video. Go watch a bunch of other ones. We have videos on just about every topic when it comes to opening a trucking company, getting into it, knowing your numbers, many different things. If you're really serious about it, spend a little bit of money, go to consultthetruckingguy.com. It's cheap compared to the knowledge that you'll gain. You can get on a consulting program today, or you can hire me for a one-time call. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.